Be tolerant of those who are lost on their path. Ignorance, anger, jealousy, and greed stem from a lost soul. Pray that they will find guidance. What this really means is that we live in a people's world. We're constantly in contact with people. Now you might be one of those people who says, I just don't interact with people so much. Even when you don't interact with someone, you're still surrounded by people. Again, we live in a people's world. But the thing that happens, especially in settings where you're interacting too much with people, you tend to see their dark side more than their non-dark side. And dark side would mean their flaws, or the way they react to a certain situation, or their negative aspects more than the positive side. It's just the human nature that we tend to catch the negativity more than positivity, just because of the way the vibrations are. Now, when you are in contact with someone, one thing you always have to acknowledge and know in the back of your head is that you're interacting with a soul. Of course, as a human being, but every person has a soul. Each soul has gone through multiple circumstances, situations, and multiple emotions. However, every soul is essentially a pure soul. But because of the way we live in the current world, because of the things that exist in the world, looking at the negativity side, which I spoke about, ignorance, anger, jealousy, and greed, all this adds up to change a person's personality if they do not continue to stay intact with it. What bad really means? Bad means that we all have to continue to practice to be good. And that is practice. The way we eat every day, the way we shower every day, the way we take care of ourselves every day, the way we sleep every day, the way we charge our phones every day, we have to take care of ourselves, our thoughts. Even though we take care of ourselves from a soul perspective, our emotions perspective, our spiritual growth perspective, not everyone around us is doing that. Since not everyone around is doing that, they will be in the circle of negativity, where they will have anger, jealousy, greed, and other negative emotions if they don't take care of themselves. And by taking care of themselves, it's really sitting down with themselves and understanding, meditating, and looking at what is greater good in life beyond physical achievements, beyond other successes. So, in return, when we go and we interact with these people, instead of us getting upset at them, instead of us boiling our blood because of them, we should pray for them. If, let's say, you meet someone who has no legs, no hands, how would you feel about them? Will you say to them, will you judge them the same way you will judge someone who has hands or legs? Similarly, people who are interacting rudely with you, who are in a negative circle, those people are deeply ill or deeply disabled. So instead of looking at them in a negative limelight and then taking negative vibrations from them, giving them negative vibrations, you should pray for them that they find the guidance. Of course, it's easier said than done. Again, of course, it's easier said than done because in theory it might make sense, but when you're practicing it is horrible. You think that you just want to curse at them, you want to send them the worst feelings ever, you want to send them negative thoughts, but the reality is, if you were to do this, the person who's going to get most harm is yourself, because you are the one who's sending it. First, it has to go through you in order for it to reach the other person. Have you had the phrase that you can get burned? You have a higher chance of getting burned when you're putting someone else on fire. Same principles are here too. So why make your life why make your life suffer? Even for a second, because we have limited time on earth. We should really focus on giving positive energy and taking positive energy. because positive energy is going to do miracles in our lives. And the way we can look at someone who is not, positive or, just has so many negative aspects of it is just praying for them. The more we pray for them in a positive light, we will see the change. The change will come to them, and the change will definitely start from us. Sometimes what happens is people so used to living like this that one is hard for them to break the cycle, and number two, they just don't want to break the cycle. They realize this is ongoing and let's just keep it ongoing for a long time. But think of things from a positive limelight and give people around you with negative flaws a chance to turn that into something better for themselves. Again, pray that they will find guidance.